I still remember the first day I walked into that office building. The lobby smelled like polished marble and fake ambition. I stood there in my cheap suit, clutching a folder that held my resume and every dream I had built since college. I truly believed hard work would be enough, that if I gave everything I had, I would be rewarded. The company wasn't huge, but it was growing fast. A tech firm with big future written all over it. My boss, Mark, shook my hand firmly that first day and smiled like a man who enjoyed being admired. At first, everything seemed fine. I worked harder than anyone else. Late nights, missed weekends, canceled family plans. When systems broke, I fixed them. When deadlines were impossible, I stayed until sunrise. Slowly, I became the person everyone depended on. But effort doesn't always earn respect. Mark had a special talent. He could belittle someone without raising his voice. He interrupted people mid-sentence, took credit for ideas that weren't his. And when someone dared to question him, he'd humiliate them in front of everyone with a smile. I told myself to be patient. I told myself it would get better. It didn't. My annual performance review came after a brutal year. I walked into Mark's office with confidence, or at least I tried to. My palms were sweating, but I knew the truth. I had carried that company on my back. "I'd like to discuss a raise," I said carefully. Mark leaned back in his chair. Not a nervous laugh. Not an awkward one. A loud, deliberate laugh. "You," he said. "Anyone could do what you do." My ears burned. My chest tightened. I felt my heartbeat in my throat. Then he added the sentence that shattered something inside me. "Be grateful you even have a job." I didn't defend myself. I just nodded and walked out. That night, I didn't sleep. I stared at the ceiling, replaying every insult, every stolen idea. Every moment I stayed silent while my dignity was chipped away. I wasn't angry anymore. I was clear. The slow burn. After that day, Mark's behavior got worse. Public criticism. Impossible deadlines. Blame placed squarely on my shoulders. Coworkers noticed, but no one spoke up. Fear has a way of sealing mouths shut. Instead of quitting, I started watching, listening, learning. I memorized client contracts, studied financial reports, noticed patterns, weaknesses, lies. Mark wasn't powerful. He was reckless. And worse, desperate. One night, while working late, I overheard him on the phone with an investor. His voice was tense. The company was bleeding money. Bad decisions were catching up. That's when it hit me. The king wasn't strong. He was standing on glass. The plan. I stayed quiet. Invisible. Replaceable. While Mark underestimated me, I prepared. I reached out carefully to former clients he had burned, investors he misled, employees who left angry and unheard. I didn't complain. I listened. Every story was the same. Disrespect. Dishonesty. Ego. Then I built something new. A startup in the same industry, but built on transparency, respect, and competence. It started small, slow, painful, but people noticed. Clients followed. Then investors. Then momentum. While my company grew, Mark's collapsed. Contracts vanished. Revenue dried up. Panic replaced arrogance. The payoff. The call came on a quiet Tuesday. "Can you come to my office?" Mark asked. Same room. Same desk. But everything felt different. His hands trembled. "We're being acquired," he said. I nodded. "By who?" I met his eyes and smiled. "By me." The silence was perfect. His face drained of color. His mouth opened, then closed. The man who always had something to say had nothing. I leaned forward and calmly repeated his own words back to him. "You're replaceable. Don't forget that." I didn't yell. I didn't insult him. I walked out. The aftermath. Revenge doesn't always involve destruction. Sometimes it's growth. I didn't win by becoming cruel. I won by becoming undeniable. That day, I learned the most important lesson of my life. The best revenge isn't hurting someone back. It's becoming so successful they can't hurt you anymore.